The other day, a friend of mine happened to use the phrase hot-blooded in some context or another, I don't remember. And for the rest of the afternoon, I had the terrible song Hot-Blooded by Foreigner in my head. And this happens with different things. You know, you can hear somebody say something about somebody lights up somebody's life, and we can get stuck back with you light up my life for several hours. And I know that those earworms can be annoying, but there's something else about them that I think is remarkable, which is that we have all of this debris in our heads from I love thinking, I hate thinking about, but I love thinking about the whole hot-blooded question, because the lyrics on that song are so incredibly stupid, and they're stuck in my head, and they have been in one way or another since the song came out in 79, 80, 81, whenever it was. This is most of my life. And it's extraordinary to have all of this. I mean, this is what life is sort of the gradual exchange of, we lose physical abilities and we gain memories and experience, and one hopes wisdom. And so there's all this sort of debris left over from early parts in our lives that, you know, I can remember the moment that I was high jumping and won the collegiate conference championship. And I remember the moment when I realized I'd made the jump. And I remember getting out of the pit. And that's what life is supposed to be. Memories like that are, you know, it's 3 years since my mom died, and I've been thinking a lot about various memories of her, and there's all sorts of images come up from all through my life. And that's what's supposed to happen. But in addition, we have all these images from far away that have nothing to do with our actual lives. We have, you know, words written by the pop band Foreigner stuck in my head, and they don't know me, I don't know them. They have no connection to my life. And this is true even for songs that we liked. They're still from a long ways away. And I think often about, I was talking to Jeanette Armstrong, Okanagan Indian writer and activist, back in the 90s. And she was saying that she had been in a convenience store and she saw some little tchotchke, and she thought, why did, I mean, somebody actually spent the time to design this, they manufactured it, and now there's going to be this little pink pig with purple polka dots on people's counters. And I did a talk, oh gosh, 15 years ago now, or 13 years ago, at a university, at a department that had to do with art. And my topic that I chose to talk on was art as a combat discipline, and the importance of art for humans are storytelling creatures, and we learn how to be human through the stories we're told, through the various pieces of art that we ingest, that we take into our bodies. And that's just true. And what I find disturbing about some of this, there's two things I find really disturbing about this debris of a lifetime that's accumulated, is that so much of the debris that we accumulate these days, living in this mass culture, is not the debris of our own lives. It's the debris of someone else's lives. And it's not even like classic literature or stories that have been passed down for generations that somehow teach us something about being human, but instead it's an advertisement for Charmin. It's an advertisement for Wendy's. It's an advertisement for Taco Bell. It's an advertisement for the pop band Foreigner. And so part of my problem, so part of my problem is that we have debris that is not our own. And I'm using debris in a value neutral sense here, that, you know, my memories are just part of what has remained with me through the life. And so part of it is that they're not our own. The other part is that all of the things I've mentioned, you know, John Livingston was the one who woke me up to this, that so many of our perceptions are either human created or mediated. And that's not how we evolved. We evolved with most of our perceptions, which means also most of our memories, would come from the natural world, would be bird song, would be the sound of salmon slapping their tails against the water, would be the sound of wind in the trees, would be the sound of raindrops falling from trees. And now we have hot-blooded, check it and see, I've got a fever of 103. And come on, baby, do you do more than dance? I'm hot-blooded, I'm hot-blooded. That's what we have, instead of A, our own lives, B, things that could teach us how to be better humans, and C, experiences of the sight and sound and vision of drops of rain falling off of moss in a thick forest. And John Livingston's point was that if all of our perceptions are either created by or mediated by humans, we can come to believe that humans are the only ones who speak, the only ones who matter. And we are obviously crazy in that way. We are obviously the entire culture, for the most part, believes that humans are the only ones who matter. And we get not even our own hearts and minds and souls and memories and experiences are at this point even our own. They are from someone far away who does not have our best interests at heart.